guys, it's your girl Lauren Brewer. I'm back with another reaction video. It's about a tie-down reaction to Chief Keef versus SD, the fallout of GBE. We're going to this.
He's not just a Chicago legend, but a certified hip-hop icon who's responsible for creating the drill wave that's still taking over the industry today. But most fans don't know about what was going down behind the scenes during his come-up. Today, we're laying out the true story behind the fallout between Keef and his GBE co-founder, SD. Let's get right into it. We all know the story of Chief Keef and how he went from Chirac Savage to worldwide superstar. So let's jump straight into where
I ain't gonna lie, I'm a big Keef fan. Like, period. Can't nobody tell me shit. But there's certain things I don't be knowing. When I be watching these videos, I just be like, what the fuck? Like, I be so confused. You know what I'm saying? So don't come for me in the comments talking about, cause I thought it was just Keef and Fredo. Like, I didn't know
he moved around all over Chicago when he was a kid. At one point,
and I'm not even gonna lie to y'all, I never listened to him. Like, honest to God, never listened to him.
Grandmother, but the main hood he rapped was a BD set called Blackgate. His mom kicked him out of the house.
Nah, I'm lying. Let me stop lying. I didn't know he did music. I just never listened to it.
SD had to learn to survive on his own. Growing up all alone in Chicago wasn't easy. SD was surrounded by crime and violence. He once told an interviewer, "Every day you wake up, it's like a barrel to your head." Around that time, he moved in with his grandma on Parkway Gardens, aka O Block, which is where he first met Keef. SD saw how people around him was living and decided he wanted something more that ended up dead in the street. He started rapping as a way to make it out and linked up with a local producer named DJ Ken. DJ Ken was already making music with Keef at the time. One day, Keef pulled up to the studio when SD and Ken was working. Keef and SD was both around 13 at the time, and they immediately hit it off. They started collaborating on tracks and was kicking it all the time together. At the same time, Keef's older cousin, Fredo Santana, was locked up. When he got out of jail, he wanted to start a rap group, which eventually became Glory Boys Entertainment. Fredo, Keef, SD, and other artists came together and changed the entire music scene in Chicago. SD and Keef dropped a ton of tracks together, which helped them both build a buzz in the city. GBE was starting to attract attention from people outside of Chicago, and it looked like their plans of taking over the industry was working better than anyone expected. SD dropped a few mixtapes in 2012, starting with Life of a Savage. The project featured a bunch of hot artists from Chicago, like Keef, Fredo, King L, and Lil Reese. Then, he followed it up with Life of a Savage 2 later that year. He wasn't popping off as much as Keef and Fredo at the time, but he was still building a large fan base, and all three of them helped push each other's careers to the next level. When Keef's song Love Sosa dropped, he featured SD in the video to give him a little shine off the track. Love Sosa is still one of his most popular songs, and a lot of people were exposed to SD.
I'm not gonna lie to y'all. Love Sosa is not in my top. It's not even like in my top 15. Or probably not, like, I'm not even gonna lie, or top 20. Like, if I hear the song, I know it word for word. But for me to, like, go and play it, it gotta be, like, a moment where I just wanna, like, you know what I'm saying, hear that or don't like. But, like, that song, yeah, it's not in my top 15 or probably, it's not even in my top 20. And that's a good song. Like, I love Sosa. But I just feel like it's just too, I don't want to say overrated because his music ain't overrated. But, like, if you get what I'm trying to say, you get what I'm trying to say. I just personally, like, that's not my top 20.
Then Keef with Lil Reese on Don't Like, which changed everything.
Don't Like, not
the
my
song
top 20.
crazy on its own,
like,
but got even
most of his, like, top 10 to top 15 to top 20s is songs people don't even know about. Like, those are the top 20s.
Kanye West remixed it. So GBE was in a good position to become the hottest rap crew in the world. But then surprisingly, it ended as quickly as it blew up. Rap groups have a history of falling apart when they're at the top of their game. Just look at what happened with NWA, G-Unit, and Bone Thugs and Harmony.
For real, them groups,
GBE was no different.
I feel like the only group that's lasting is Migos, and that's only because they related and they don't drop music like that. That's the only reason why they lasting.
Notice that SD wasn't being featured on any new tracks with Keef, but no one knew what was really going on. They came up together, but now Keef was becoming one of the biggest rappers in the world, while SD faded into the background. The Chicago drill scene wouldn't be the same without SD's influence, and fans was wondering what happened behind the scenes. Everyone knew how tight the two rappers were, so SD's absence was definitely felt.
Rumors
started going around that he got kicked out of GBE and was beefing with Keef, but he was quiet on social media at the time and pretty much stopped dropping music, so everyone was left in the dark about what was going on. SD said in the interview that everything was cool between him and Keef, but he was just working on his own career. He made it seem like everyone was tripping over nothing and that there wasn't any tension with GBE. That turned out to be a lie, but no one knew at the time. During all this, SD decided to fall back from the music. When he eventually came back, he explained that he wanted to spend more time with his kids and family. His own childhood was tough, and he never had a stable figure to guide him through the hard times. He wanted to make sure his kids ain't grow up the same way. He hopped on Instagram Live and told everyone that he had been taking his kids to school every day and was more focused on them.
I've been there.
That's no problem.
In my nice house with my beautiful wife,
I feel like that's good, to be honest. The fact that you get to see your kids go to school every single day, not a lot of rappers that can't even do that because they're so busy working. You know what I'm saying? They don't have time to even go to a damn parent-teacher conference. So I salute him for that, bro. Because a lot of these rappers don't be talking about their kids.
3 daughters. I got 5 kids. I got 4 girls and 1 son. You dig what I'm saying?
I like the fact that
Taking care of my kids, taking them to school that day, doing shit a lot of these they can't do.
Fans just couldn't leave it alone. Every time one of them would hop on Instagram Live, they get asked about what happened and if there was beef between them. Keef got fed up with the questions and told his fans, "Stop asking where SD at. Stop that clown ass shit."
Stop asking
No,
where SD at.
that's a fact, bro. How you get on somebody else live and ask them about somebody else? Hop on their live and ask them about themselves, bro. Like,
Stop that clown ass
that's
shit.
weird.
You ask about another man, folk. He got his own balls. You ask about a whole other nigga, folk. I don't know, folk. That's not me, folk.
But even though he was annoyed with the questions, he made it clear that he still had love for SD. He said on live, "That's my son. I still love my son."
That's my son. I still love my son.
Some fans thought this was a diss.
I'm sorry, why he said it like that? Talking about I love my son.
He never acknowledged it. When someone asked if he fucked with Chief Keef on IG Live, SD responded with, "Yes, I fuck with Chief Keef."
Chief Keef. Yes, I fuck with Chief Keef.
But later in the video, he says, "I don't know what's wrong with him, man. He be acting like a female sometimes."
Don't know what's wrong with him, man. He be acting like a female sometimes, man.
SD is smiling and laughing when he says it, but it's hard to tell what he was really feeling at the time. A fan asked him about them collaborating again, and SD said, "I'd love to make some records with him, but I don't think he want to do that. I honestly think he's scared to do records with me for some reason."
I'd love to make some records with him.
Why?
But I don't think he'll want to do that. I honestly think he's scared to do records with me for some reason. I don't know why. I asked his ass why he don't want to do records
Why?
with me.
Do you guys see this
Why
app
would you
right
say-
here? It's called Audible.
Oh my god, bro.
There's actually a better way to make money on Amazon.
Y'all know what would be so crazy? Everybody probably think they beefing, and like, what if one day they just drop a song together?
How SD was feeling about Keef at the time, but all the questions were starting to get to him too. He told his fans, "This page is about SD. I'm getting tired of talking
Nigga,
about
I'm
Keef."
getting tired of that
This
shit
page about
too.
SD.
I know, I understand that you get on somebody else's page, asking somebody
Even though both of
else.
them were clearly tired of discussing the situation, people still wouldn't leave it alone. Even if everything was
People need to mind their goddamn business. I'm not even gonna lie, bro. Like, if you're this invested in this shit, bro, you gotta fall back sometimes. Like, yes, we get it. You love both of them, but to go this far, it's crazy, bro.
between Keef and SD, rumors started going around that other Glow Gang affiliates were cropping SD's face out of old pictures. But when he was asked about it in interviews, he ain't seem too upset. He just laughed it off and said that he don't have any issue with Glow Gang, and you have to ask them why they so mad. But fans kept asking him about Keef, so SD finally
I'll tell
opened up
somebody.
about what really went down.
I'm trying not to curse, but bro, that it would have came out so fast, bro. Cause like I hate when people ask questions over and over and over, and when I get irritated, bro, it's like, bro,
He was
Go
first
do
blowing
it.
up. Everyone in the group was on the same level. No one was really in charge. The whole crew just moved as a team. According to SD, Keef wanted to change the group name to Glow Boys and become the leader. He went on live and told everyone he wanted to be the boss. We always was equal. We all was bosses. We all was working together as a team.
He wanted to be the boss. It was never no bigger U's and bigger I's. It's always was we always are equal. We always bosses on it. We was always our own boss.
I
We
understand
always
that.
working
No,
together.
I don't-
We always a team. It wasn't no you the big guy, you the little folks, you this. It was none of that shit, man. It's none of that. It never was.
SD wasn't about to answer to anyone but himself. So he decided not to join Glow Gang and just work on his own career. Apparently, Fredo felt the same way and ain't like the idea of Keef being the boss of everyone in the crew. SD helped him come up with the idea for a label called Savage Squad, and Fredo eventually branched out on his own and created the label without SD. Now, SD was caught in the middle between Keef and Fredo.
I
He
mean,
had love for both of them, and they want to pick sides.
there's nothing wrong with wanting to do something for you, bro. Not people want to be the little man. You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't gonna lie, he right. What the hell? If Keith would have been like, I'm gonna be the boss here, nigga, what? The boss of who? I understand you got the fame, you got the money, but nigga, what? Nigga, what? But then I can understand on Keith's point. It's like Keith is like Gucci man. You know what I'm saying? You know, you got the big boss, then you got the. I can understand what he trying to, you know what I'm saying, put together. But then some people ain't going for that. Like, nigga, I don't want no boss. But I'd rather sign to some people I know than to sign to these labels that don't even be caring, bro. I'd rather sign to somebody I knew who I was broke with, bro. I'd rather do that than to sign to any of these other labels, bro. So I feel like he should have put his pride to the side and still signed. But then again, I understand because...
So he decided not to join Glow Gang and just work on his own career. Apparently, Fredo felt the same way and ain't like the idea of Keef being the boss of everyone in the crew. SD helped him come up with the idea for a label called Savage Squad, and Fredo eventually branched out on his own and created the label without SD. Now, SD was caught in the middle between Keef and Fredo. He had love for both of them, and they want to pick sides. From his perspective, it was all just business decisions, and nothing worth starting real beef over. Fredo and SD was living together at the time and making music, but SD and Keef had major history together. So even though they wasn't as close as they used to be, SD ain't want to go against Keef and sign a Savage Squad officially. Really, SD just wanted to avoid all the drama and stay focused.
I would never, like, you know what I'm saying, go off of what people say. Well, I heard people say, like, Keef and Fredo was, like, not seeing eye to eye. But I feel like if he was to sign to Fredo, I probably would have been, well, I mean, do all your loyalty to Keef, but damn, that shit's hard, bro. I ain't gonna lie, bro. I can't understand shit. Glory Boys, what's that? That's hard. I would have been like, I ain't signing none of y'all. Forget it.
Fredo
I
and SD living together at the time and making music.
Nope.
But SD and Keef had major history together.
That's just too much.
Even though they wasn't as close as they used to be, SD ain't want to go against Keef and sign a Savage Squad officially.
I wouldn't do it.
Really, SD just wanted to avoid all the drama and stay focused on his career. So instead of going with Glow Gang or Savage Squad, he started his own label called Truly Mafia. He wanted to make sure he had a way out of the streets and could provide a better life for his kids. He told an interviewer, everybody trying to figure out a way to get from where they at. Nobody want to be where they at. But in 2019, rumors surfaced that SD was living on the street and addicted to crack. People were saying that he was begging Keef for help, but Keef told everyone that SD was dead to him. The rumors was never confirmed, but if SD did go through a rough patch, he's bounced back since then. SD seemed like he was really trying to elevate himself out of the place he started. But when you come up in Chicago, it's almost impossible to avoid beef. A dude from his old hood named Blackgate Benzo started sending shots at him on social media. Benzo said SD wasn't Blackgate and that he beat his ass if he came to the block.
Man, SD ass ain't Blackgate. SD ass cut. If his come to the block, I'm beating his ass.
According to rumors, Benz was upset because SD tried to charge him for a feature instead of doing it for free. Luckily, they squashed the beef before it got serious. Benz gave a shout out to SD in the interview and said that he was just going to move forward and get his bag. Beef in Chicago can often lead to murder.
I'm sorry. I don't care who I am. I don't care who you is. I'm charging you. I ain't gonna charge you a lot. I'm gonna give you a little discount, but everybody gotta make their money. Ain't nothing free in this world, because if you go to another artist, they're gonna charge you also. They might charge you an arm and a leg, so you might as well pay that feature.
SD both took the high road
instead
of taking it to the streets. After Fredo tragically passed away in 2018, SD said he was even more motivated to get his life right. You can tell that he's really serious about not meeting the same fate as so many people around him have. A lot of rappers would have used an alleged beef with Chief Keef to get some clout and fame, but SD never took the bait and decided to avoid unnecessary drama. In an interview in 2022, he said that his line is always open if Keef wants to hit him up.
I'm not gonna lie, but it would look crazy if SD was to beef with Keef. Like, it would look because it's like, bro, you grew up. You know what I'm saying? Like, it would just look crazy on his part. It's like, bro, damn, you would hate. Like, it would have people thinking like, damn, bro, you probably was been hating from the beginning. So it would have looked crazy on his end. Like, it would have been looking crazy, bro. If he
a lot of rappers would have used an alleged beef with Chief Keef to get some clout and fame, but SD never took the bait and decided to avoid unnecessary drama. In an interview in 2022, he said that his line is always open if Keef wants to hit him up. Fans might have been hoping for something more entertaining, but at the end of the day, SD and Keef have been homies for a long time, and he obviously don't want to just throw their relationship away over something stupid. SD helped create the legendary Chicago drill movement, and hopefully he can start to get the recognition he deserves. It sounds like
if he did, mindset. I personally didn't know that, so I'm gonna give him his credit. If he probably did, bro, because I mean, Keef did it, like, you know what I'm saying? Keef is like, you know what I'm saying? Everybody think of Jerry, you think of Keef, but I feel like Keef definitely did have, like, because of course, like, you had Fallout, you had Tato, you had Fredo, bro. It was like that. At that time, that's all you knew, bro. So, like, yeah, I gotta little put him in there too, because, like, yeah, without Keef and all them, they probably would have never been
forward
What
with
it
his
is
career
today.
and get back in the spotlight. Hopefully, he'll link back up with Keef.
Like, I'm gonna give him his credit, but I ain't giving him too much.
Glory Boys Entertainment was right on the edge of becoming one of the most legendary rap groups in history, but unfortunately, they couldn't hold it together long enough to capitalize on their success. Chief Keef is still one of the most respected artists in the game, but everyone in GBE could level up their careers if they all moved as a unit. Unfortunately, Fredo died before the original crew could come back together. But if Keef and SD can get back on the same page and start working again, it's almost a guarantee that whatever they drop will be fire.
I think Shaka might hit.
I mean, it would be fire, but it would not be the same, bro. When I, like, it's, yeah, if they come together, it's still not gonna be the same, bro. You got, let me stop cursing. You got Blood Money, bro. You got Cat. Fredo, bro. Who else they missing? I think it's just them three really missing, bro. Who else? Fredo, Cat. And I'm talking about the people who's no longer here. So I think it's just them three that we really seen. It's really not gonna be the same, to be honest. Because when you seen Keef, that's who you really seen. So it's like, it's gonna be like a happy moment, but it ain't gonna be the same. But if you guys like this reaction, you know what to do. Like, comment, subscribe. When you subscribe, turn that post notification bell on so you never bring a video. And I'll see you in the next video.